Hey everybody, it's day 40. I am at my office doing some work. I talked a little bit yesterday about feeling like I'm having a manic episode, and I definitely think I am. Um, it's a really interesting thing because what comes from it in a lot of ways is incredibly positive. Increased focus, a lot of creativity, a ton of energy, a really elevated mood. A lot of times, just this sense that like everything's going to be great, everything's going to be awesome. And then there's pieces that really suck. Racing thoughts, not being able to sort of engage in self-care the way I want to, a tendency to overdo basically all the things. And later on, as things progress, like a sense of agitation and sort of general dislike of a lot of different things. In my life before I started taking medication, this would be a pretty decent precursor to a lot of times wanting to move or making really drastic changes in my life, ending relationships, changing jobs. You will notice that I did get a haircut. That is not a result of mania. That is just because I wanted to be awesome. And my hair was getting a lot of control. But cutting my hair off or getting a piercing or getting a tattoo, while those are things that I do for myself and I stand by them, they're also things that I've done as a result of being manic. With medication, it's a little bit easier because I'm at least able to be more aware of what's going on for me. But that kind of poses these challenges because there's just days where all I want to do is just let go and let it just do its thing. Because it does feel pretty great. In terms of sort of, like I said, feeling really elevated, feeling really productive, feeling really strong. I remember when I was young, thinking almost like I was invincible, like I had superpowers, which was just, this really special thing. And, I definitely kept it to myself because, nobody's going to believe me if I tell them that, but like truly thinking that that was what was going on. And so, some days it feels like that. I have superpowers. I can just, run a marathon and write a book and clean my house from top to bottom and ride my bike to Alaska and become a bartender up there and hang out with grizzly bears and then do that for a little while and then ride my bike back and start my life over again. Yeah, so it's... it can be tough for me to do the things I need to do to take care of myself, like getting to sleep. I did get into bed at a decent hour last night. I slept terribly, but I did sleep. Another one is eating, getting myself to eat. I actually was kind of bad about that this morning, but I am eating right now. My food is really good. The challenge for me is that my brain lies to me and it tells me that I'm not hungry. And eventually my body wins and tells me I am. But that can be a really long time from then. And then I'm really hungry, really cranky, and I tend to overeat at that point, which isn't healthy. So trying to continue to be like consistent in feeding myself, drinking water. The other thing is I'll tend to overdo exercise, and I'll tend to overdo projects. I'll wear my body out. I'll injure myself. So these are not positive things. So the feeling may be good, but the outcome's not always great. There are awesome outcomes, however. I do stand by the fact that because I have bipolar disorder, I have incredible bouts of creativity and incredible bouts of realism. And I think those two things are actually really helpful. And I think they make me really strong in the work that I do. So yeah, I think that's great. And I think I'm going to get back to eating my food and getting some work done on my annual report. And I will talk to you all tomorrow.